My cat was walking towards me and he just slammed his face into the tripod. Good job, Lido. Hey everyone, this is Kelly Janae and welcome to the Reducing the Dosage series on ethereal ecology. I'm pretty excited to be posting this video because I have not posted in this particular series for several years because I got off of psychiatric medication several years ago. It's 2024 now. I think it was 2021 when I got off the medication for good. So obviously I haven't posted too much since then. However, I am still getting feedback and comments on my Reducing the Dosage series videos, and I really wanted to answer some of the questions that people had and help you all with giving you some tools, some guidelines, some guidance in my personal experience with this process of withdrawal so that you do not have to suffer as much as I did if you're deciding to take these psychiatric drugs out of your system. So just for reference, I was diagnosed with bipolar depression when I was a senior in college. That was after I had taken an SSRI for a couple of weeks as a junior. It sort of caused mania in my body. I never had mania before. And then I started having bipolar cycles and mood swings all that summer that caused my brain to just go kind of dead. And then I got in a longboarding accident because of my brain deadness. And that's when I realized I need to do something about this. My life's in danger right now. My valedictorian status is in danger as an engineering student. I must do something now. So I got on Lamotrigine or Lamictal, and I stabilized around 200 milligrams, and I was there for 2 years. And I will say this drug helped me at the time to feel stable. I remember that it was the first time in years that I had felt normal. I had forgotten what that felt like because I struggled so much with depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation and just lots of loneliness throughout college and throughout pretty much my whole adolescence. So it did something positive for me at the time when I needed it and when I did not have any other solutions. But I also, in my healing process, while I was on the medication, I was studying alternative healing modalities. I was studying crystal medicine and chakras, and I was actually doing a medicine wheel apprenticeship with a Native American elder as well, about a year into being on this medication. I was really passionate about these holistic healing modalities, about meditation, and the spirituality that was unfolding in my life at the time as a result of my personal self-care practices. So about 2 years into being on Lamotrigine or Lamictal, I had this heartfelt feeling, this heartfelt desire. I want to be off of this medication. And I knew that when I got on the medication, I didn't want it to be a permanent solution. In fact, I didn't see it as a permanent solution. I saw it as a temporary sort of life raft, and it was that for me. But having learned all that I did in my therapy, meditation, spiritual journey about holistic healing, I realized that everything that needed to heal in order for me to feel better naturally was within me. And in order to access that information in my body from my past, I needed to get off this medication because the medication was causing me to feel numb. The medication was causing me to feel like I lacked access to myself. I recently had somebody post a comment about, what did you do when you got off this medication? I'm feeling so emotionally numb as a result. And yes, that is pretty much the intention of the medication, is to numb those spectrums of feelings that we have so that we can stabilize and come back to center. But our emotions and our authentic feelings, our desires in life are so important in guiding us to a place where we are happy and fulfilled and doing our life's work. And I was really feeling, at the time I was working in an engineering job, and it was not my favorite thing in the world, and I knew that I could heal this from the inside out. I can discover what it is inside of me that caused me to have this in the first place. I can heal that. I just knew it. I was not even far along on my healing journey, but I knew that to be true. That's why I decided to get off medication. Now, how that kind of unfolded and how that moved forward, I'm gonna create a completely separate video for my journey and how that actually happened. But I wanted you all to understand a little bit more about why I decided to get off this medication. It was really a heartfelt need to be more authentic to myself and a passion for this holistic healthcare path that I knew was possible for myself. And as somebody who is health conscious, environmentally conscious, I'm aware that pharmaceuticals in our body have unexpected side effects. I mean, when you watch any TV commercial and here comes another pharmaceutical drug they just made out of the lab, the list of side effects is worse than the actual symptoms we're getting prescribed it for. And a lot of times that really causes a problem. When I first started taking an SSRI for 2 weeks, like I said before, I never had manic feelings. I was just depressed and suicidal. And then I had this energy fluctuations where I would be super, super awake and doing impulsive things, and then really, really depressed to an extreme that I actually had never felt before. So I can directly attribute my bipolar diagnosis to an SSRI going awry in my system. So these are not to be taken lightly, these pharmaceutical drugs, and yet they are prescribed very lightly and very profusely in our culture. And yet, as I've discovered in my own process of withdrawing, the support or lack thereof for getting off of these medications is very scant. There's very minimal support for people who really want to start tapering off these drugs safely and introducing holistic supplementary lifestyle choices and diet and everything into your life so that you can do that without hurting yourself. That's why I created this series, and that's why I do the work that I do today actually as an energy healing and holistic health practitioner. I help people just like you who are suffering, struggling from daily chronic depression, anxiety, maybe even suicidal ideation, just not feeling good in your body. I've realized through this path, through following my intuition, that I can heal myself from the inside out, that, oh my gosh, yes, I can. And not just me, but everyone. Because the things, the information, the trauma, the suppressed emotions that we need to access and understand and tend to in order to heal the causes of our chronic depression and anxiety are in our bodies. They're in our brains, they're in our bodies, they're in our cells. And the only way that we can access those is if we actually have access to our emotions that are arising in order to tell us that something is wrong in our system. In retrospect, I now see that I never had a mental illness that needed to be prescribed something for. I had suppressed emotions in my body, and I had developed a defense system in my body that was causing energy to not flow properly throughout it. And so this is what was causing my depression and anxiety, not some sort of chemical imbalance. Now, I do believe that there are correlations in chemical imbalances with emotional imbalances, traumas, and things like that, but it's not something that can just be healed truly with a pill. We have to do the work in order to go deeper, dig deeper, and be willing to make contact with those parts of us that need our love and support. And when we just take a pill and cover it up, it's really not getting to the bottom of it. For me, as somebody who wants to go deep, my North Node's in Scorpio, for whatever that's worth, I knew that there was so much underneath the surface layer of that drug in my system that I could have access to. It's these gifts in me, and I was right. So if you are considering or in the process of withdrawing from Lamictal or any other psychiatric medication, my recommendation is to get support for that from somebody who absolutely 100% supports your decision, one, and two, knows how to do that safely. This actually would probably be a team of people. And I will say that I offer healing services to people just like you who don't know that it's possible to get support for this path that you're on, because it's not a very socially acceptable path in the West to choose the holistic healthcare option. So I've been on that path, I've been on that journey for years, almost a decade now. If you need support and you want someone to talk to, I actually offer free consultations. So I really highly recommend signing up for a free introductory session, because that way you can connect with me, get some insights, understand the source of your depression and anxiety better. So even if we don't start working together, you're going to have a deeper understanding of, oh, like this is a path that I can take to start doing some more holistic lifestyle choices, changes, support, so that I can get better in a way that supports my values for my body, for the environment, for how I want to treat myself and how I want to tend to my own mental and emotional health challenges. There you go, everyone. That is why I got off of the psychiatric medication. I'm fortunate that I was only on one medication because I know a lot of people are stuck in this kind of problem where you have a lot of different medications at once. And I will say that today I was talking to a friend who got off of Wellbutrin. She said that her symptoms of withdrawal were just as bad as people getting off of heroin, just compared to she was in AA at the time and talking to some people about it. This is really serious stuff, so please take it seriously. Don't make any sudden moves without really, really clear support and guidance. All right, so everybody, I love you so much. Be well, be happy, know that you can heal yourself from the inside out and that everything you're going through is perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not alone. Peace and love. Bye.